Virgo, and welcome back. Thank you for tuning back in with me for this month's zodiac wheel reading. It is great to be reading for you again. Happy New Year as well. So I will start the reading with my lovely new cards that were a beautiful gift for me this Christmas. Now, I'll just focus and ask my angels and guides to join me for this reading for Virgo for January 2019. Oh, Virgo, we've got the Two of Pentacles, balancing money and holding on to money, so making a secure foundation. So a bit of a financial message there. So again, I invite the angels and guides to join me for this reading for Virgo, January 2019, for the highest good of Virgos and for the good of all. Stay with me, Spirit, through this reading. Alrighty, let's start with the first house, as we always do. And of course, as I've mentioned before, the first house is also known as the ascendant or your rising sign. So if you're a Virgo rising, or you have a Virgo moon or a moon in Virgo, you also will read this reading. If not, go to where the video that represents what your rising sign is. Alright, so the first house, Virgo, we have the Hangman. Can you see that there? Okay, so with the first house being about how the world sees you, how people see you and your persona, and how you view the world. You are showing up here as being on a bit of a spiritual quest yourself, because it's high spiritual energies connected to the Hangman as well, and the Hangman represents making willing sacrifices, and in some cases also it represents being left sort of dangling, if you know what I mean. Like you're in a bit of a suspended, that's the word I'm looking for, a bit of a suspended period, so which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It gives you time to actually contemplate and consider what you may need to sacrifice, and it helps you to open your mind a bit as well. So maybe you maybe dealing with people that have got blinkers on, or maybe you've had a little bit of tunnel vision lately and you need to kind of be a little bit more flexible in your views, or as I said, it could be other people influencing you with their views and their tunnel vision, so to speak. But it is also making willing sacrifices, which is much better than making they're not making a willing sacrifice and having to sacrifice something. There's a difference between sacrificing something and willingly making a sacrifice. So yeah, that's the energy coming for you through this first house energy. Second house, which is our material values, resources, and how we view ourselves and our own value of our self-worth, excuse me, is being influenced by the card of the Chariot. This is wonderful news, Virgo, because the Chariot is triumph, success, and choosing the path, because the Chariot is also represents two options or two directions that you've got to choose from. Now that's not to say that you can't actually have both, but you probably can't do both at the same time. So and it also is representative of travel. The Chariot. The Chariot's often involved when there's something to do with your car or a vehicle in which you will travel in. And I've often found the Chariot comes up when a car is involved. So yeah, but mainly it's showing success and, you know, a triumph. So if you've been, you know, diligently working and putting aside some finances for travelling or for a specific item, like maybe a car or that kind of thing, I'm getting here that yes, and well done and congratulations. Now, third house is the house of communication, and it is also short distance journeys. It also is involved with your siblings. Now, we got a bit of a interesting card here. Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands shows me that you've been putting a lot of effort and work in. So you've been, you've not been sitting on the fence, letting somebody else do all the talking or do all the kilometres, so to speak. You've actually been participating and being a part of getting things into place, and now the challenges and obstacles are showing here as being behind, you know, being behind you, and you're in front of your games, so to speak. So if you've had to try and get some clear communication going, or you've had to do you have to do some sort of preparation and get things set up, and you've got to do a short distance journey for it. If there's been obstacles in the way of you doing that, they are being removed. And fourth house is your home and your family energies are connected to your fourth house, which is the base of our wheel, known as the IC. And in the fourth house, you have the Two of Cups. How beautiful. I feel I want to say congratulations, Virgo, because this is the card of love and pure love, and it represents a union of two people who are committed and equals, and that makes the home a very loving place to be. So yeah, soulmate energy, twin flame energy is connected to the Two of Cups for sure. Now, 5th house is our house of pleasures and matters of the heart, and it's the fun house. It also represents children. So in the 5th house here, Virgo, we have the Death card representing the birth and rebirth and the cycles of time, of beginnings and endings. So there is a message here for you that you know, have fun while you can, because the cycle will change and you'll have to get down to the nitty-gritty of things probably a little bit too soon before you want to too. Sorry. But yeah, so that's the 5th house energy. Now, 6th house is about your work, it's about your health, it's connected to work colleagues and working conditions and your condition health-wise as well. So in that position you have the 3 of Pentacles, which is a very I feel that the 3 of Pentacles is an excuse me, it's a aristocracy. Yeah. I know the word I'm looking for. Aristocrat, yes, that's it. So yeah, so aristocrat kind of lifestyle. So you're being able to provide yourself the lifestyle that you would like to become accustomed to, actually, and you've been working very hard on achieving that, and this is saying that that is where you're headed if you're not already there. So and health wise, it's also saying that, you know, working on yourself in that way too. So you may be a little bit of a perfectionist and a bit hard on yourself when it comes to your health issues or your diet or your fitness regime and things like that. So this is showing that you're going to put just as much energy and thought into that side of that area of your life as you do for your working life. Now, 7th house here, Virgo, I'm being shown the 5 of Pentacles. Now, the 7th house is partnerships and marriages, and it's dealing with one's equal, and it's business partnerships as well. And the 5 of Pentacles is a little bit forlorn, and you know, in this illustration he's sitting under a mushroom, and we all know the saying about being kept in the dark, don't we? So there may be a situation where you haven't got all the information. I feel this is to do with a business associate and that kind of thing. So you know, the higher ups may not be filling you in on what they already know or something like that. But you know, the beauty of the 5 of Pentacles is it pertains to you going within to listen to your inner voice, your higher self, so that when the rain stops, you will come out with you know, without really being soaked to the bone type of thing. So interesting energies going on there in business partnerships and partnerships in general. 8th house Now the 8th house is the house of finances and resources of others, which is interesting because that's like loans, bank loans, and taxation, inheritances can be involved in the 8th house energy as well. So the 8th house is the birth and rebirth area of your chart. And you've got the 6 of Swords, so that's sailing out of trouble there with the 6 of Swords. You know, it's sort of like somebody's coming to your rescue. So if you are and have been worried about a loan or any financial assistance, it will come through. You will find the answer to that, or someone will be willing to help you. The 9th house here, Virgo, is, oh wow, look at that. The 9th house is the Ace of Cups. How beautiful. The Ace of Cups is great success. And it is happiness and pleasure in the home, as well as, you know, seeing the world as your cup's always half full. And it is also being in that 9th house position. It's about its influence on the 9th house, which the 9th house is about higher education. It's about travel and foreign lands and cultures, and it is saying that you will have expansion of yourself through those experiences, and it's all there waiting for you, and you will have success. So if you're studying or you know, waiting for a course that you're doing to finish, this is letting you know you're gonna do real well in that, Virgo. Now 10th house is the zenith of our zodiac wheel, and it is about the outside world. It is mostly connected to your career and how you operate in that outside world. And it's an ambitious kind of house energy coming from the 10th house, and you can also put the energies of your highest achievements in the coming from that 10th house as well. And you know, if you ever worry about your reputation, you've got nothing to worry about here, because you've got the 3 number of them in the major arcana, which represents the Empress, which the Empress is admired and loved and adored. And the Empress, whether you're male or female, this is a wonderful energy for you. You're very fruitful and you can provide. It's also a very nurturing, motherly kind of energy too. So you know, looking after someone in that and making them feel really special as well. So beautiful energies there from the Empress. She's very fruitful, the Empress, and she's very giving of herself and her nurturing and her providing. So I do feel in your career there's also going to be that kind of thing available for you, so you will be stepping up or being recognized and looked after very well in your career area. And Virgo, we're now up to the 11th house, and the 11th house represents our hopes and wishes. It is how we help to create our world from our 11th house hopes and wishes. So it's a little bit of a magic kind of house energy, and it's also about friendships and friendship groups. and love that is received. And boy, are you loved. You've got the Lovers in the 11th house. It's also saying choose wisely. Have you ever heard the saying, be careful what you wish for? So when you're putting out that energy to create and manifest your dreams and goals to come true, do be careful what you wish for, because it looks like you've got more than one. So maybe, which isn't anything unusual, but most people have. But yeah, it's just saying maybe one at a time. Don't confuse it while you're visualizing it and feeling what it will be like to be living that goal or dream. Give each one enough time focusing on it individually, if you understand what I mean. So yeah, a beautiful energy there with the Lovers card, and I do feel that the relationship, if you're single, you won't be for very much longer, and whether it's in January or just throughout 2019, you're going to have someone that you find your place with, and you feel the happiest with, and vice versa. It's a give and receive love energy. So beautiful there, Virgo. And in the 12th house we have the King of Pentacles, and the 12th house is about our subconscious. It's also things that are hidden from us, and it does pertain to institutions like hospitals and things like that. And we have the King of Pentacles, and of course the King of Pentacles is known as King Midas, the Midas touch. So you may be unaware at this stage, because some things, you know, this 12th house is hidden things, so you may actually be unaware at this time that you actually have the Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. But you can manifest that sort of thing in your life, but be careful, because you don't want to turn your food to gold. so it's a very significant sign to me that you will have quite a comfortable journey through 2019. So that's very nice there, Virgo, for you. Now, I will get a confirmation card reading from the Animal Tarot deck. Aren't they beautiful? And they're just a pleasure to use. This month is the first time I've actually used them, so it's been really interesting learning new decks of cards. Actually, I've really enjoyed that. So I'll invite Great Spirit to stay with me through this reading, and the angels and guides to guide me to the messages that Virgo needs for January 2019. Oh, it's coming, Virgo. It's going to pop out. I know it is. Oops, there it is. Oh, we got two. Okay, what have we got here? We've got the Eight of Winter. And that is saying that you have bunting medicine. So, what does the Eight of Winter say? It is saying to you, it's so easy to convince yourself that we're trapped when you really aren't. Trust that God will lift you to new heights and give you greater self-confidence if you affirm your freedom. Interesting. So, Virgo, I feel at the moment you're feeling a little bit trapped. Maybe that's why you're sitting under the mushroom and being kept in the dark, feeling going on with that. But you're actually not, okay? So there is a way around this, or there is a way out of this. And the other card was the Seven of Winter, and it's the magpie. Lovely magpie. And look, the magpie's nest is full of all these little trinkets. So magpie medicine is saying, caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. Alrighty, so I do feel this partnership house here, business partnerships or partnerships of other natures, is what's causing you this worry, or this sense of feeling that something's been taken from you or lost. So, as well as what others might be doing behind your back. So, let me see. Just let me read that again. Yeah. Caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time and peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. Yes, so always, I suppose, the best avenue to take with things like that is to check on your own actions, I guess. So there's as I said before, there is a little bit of soul searching that you will be feeling is necessary for you to do, and it's always very enlightening to, you know, check in on your own values and things like that first before judging somebody else, kind of thing, which I'm sure you're going to do, Virgo. So maybe you're in a job, or you're working for a business that you don't want to be doing anymore, or maybe you're just in a situation where you're just fed up with that and you want something more exciting. Okay? So, but all around, as I said, relationships are looking very beautiful. Career-wise, you're heading in the right direction, and even if you're not real happy with what you've got at the moment, you're certainly going to be. And you're going to be able to create this too. It may all take time, but you're certainly working on it here in January, Virgo. So again, thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure to read for you and use my beautiful new cards. I'm really enjoying them. They're so slippery. And okay, so if this reading resonates with you, then you know, by all means click on that little like symbol. If you haven't already subscribed, then please by all means subscribe. Then you'll be receiving updates as they as I upload them. And until next time, Virgo, namaste.